the American Dads Podcast.
And we are back again. So this time, talking a little bit, we're really still introducing ourselves to our public and our audience. And we're starting from the foundational aspect of this relationship. I know everybody out there has heard this adage, and people always, people that have issues are always talking about, oh, don't give me another cliche. But guess what? Life is really all about cliches. If you took out the cliches in life, there wouldn't be life. So if you are one who is rebel about don't give me another cliche, you better go check and look again and see what you're doing wrong. That's my opinion, and I don't have to be right because I know I'm right. But anyway, we say that it takes a village to raise a child. And that brings me to the crux of why we feel compelled that we need to share our story. Alan and I have become a family. And go ahead, Alan. When we first met.
When you look at us, you see differences, right? We got Ebony and Ivory here, first of all. He grew up in Nigeria. I grew up in Appalachia in Eastern Ohio. Two totally different places.
Two different worlds, man.
We have a lot of I think politically we're not exactly the same either, but we trust each other. We
absolutely.
We have, even though we have a lot of differences, the trust we have in each other, our friendship is way more important than the differences. It's ridiculous.
Absolutely.
So, I remember when I first met him, obviously we're going to circle back to youth sports. I think it was an Upwards basketball in Hilliard, Ohio.
Norm
Emmets ran that, which was a great.
Norm was a great guy.
He's still a great guy. Great program to make the competition equal the way they did it. So the first time I met him, who is this excitable guy over here? I'm trying to coach over here. Who's this guy screaming over on the other side of the court? When you hear people what the hell is this guy so loud for? And sports, calm down, brother.
Go, Arisa, go, run fast. There you go,
and then when you get to know him, you realize that he's cheering for everybody. He loves his kids. Obviously, everybody does, but he's happy when anybody has success. And it's his cheering is excitable. It's excitement for the kids. It's never to downgrade another kid. It's never to bring the attention only on his kids. He's excitable for everybody. So that's once you learn that and get to know him a little better like that, you understand. And that's going to carry on the entire time in his whole high school and his kids' careers of sports. Because we competed against him, and I would look over and I'd see him in the student section just jumping up and down. He's got all the students gone. That's just who he is, and that's what I like about him. But there's, like you said, it takes a village to take care of all these kids we have. And that's, there's so many different things we've done for each other over the years, and other people do it. And we'll talk about all that and the intricacies of, just trying to not even promote your kids, but be happy for your kids and share their experiences and share the things they've done, and not do it in a way that, makes other people think, oh, you only care about your kids. Because we don't. We really don't. I mean, obviously, that's what we're most proud of, but we really care about all of the teammates on the team.
I appreciate this man right here. Yes, the show is gonna go on. You're gonna have more information, more intimate and intricate stuff about us. After the Upward experience, I don't think we didn't know each other that well, but you then recall faces when you see them at another place. So the next place that I saw Alan was at the football program with the Optimists in Hilliard, and now it's full contact football, and that's the other place. And you see this person, and every single time they are walking and walking and walking and walking, he will be one of the people that come there and help set up everything on Saturdays. He'll be one of the last ones. He'll set up his tent that for special occasions that people will use. And you wonder about all these people who, I mean, he's always working, but then come to find out he's a pharmacist, fellow pharmacist like myself. And here I am running a pharmacy. I own my own pharmacy, and I travel a lot. I have a lot of commitments. Most of you that know me know I have a lot of commitments, and I go to Nigeria like on a regular basis, sometimes 3 times a year. I tell you what, it is so unnerving. Is that the word? That's the right
Reassuring.
word? It's unnerving to leave your store and worried about it, right? Because I sell drugs.
Because
I sell drugs. How to find somebody dependable. If you know how much stress he alleviated in all of these years for me to be able to do, even those of you who are in Nigeria that are part of my community, those of you that are part of NAPSA, my Nigerian Pharmacist Organization, those of you that are part of anything that you see me do that you think special, the reason why I can leave my store, my business, and be able to tend to those things is because I have a trustworthy hand. And that trust didn't build overnight. That trust is special kind of trust that you can leave somebody with your whole life. You just drop it there and you walk away and you come back. Your life was protected by any means necessary. It was protected. I couldn't ask for a better partner, a better business helper, a better friend than this man that is next to me that's talking to you today. It really does take a village. We make our schedule so that we are available for the kids, for our games, and there are other, parents or dads in that community. When we started the football thing, like, I'm gonna give a shout out to Ricky Smith, his dad 2.0 for my kids. All of those things, scheduling, there was one particular road trip for the travel football that when our kids were now, doing good, and they were all-stars as part of the Optimist League thing, and we'll go and we'll play other people. There was a tournament that we had to play in Indianapolis, and I had to leave my kid with him in Indianapolis. First, we went shopping because I had to carry a whole bunch of stuff to Nigeria, right?
With the Walmart, I think, bought all kind of clothes.
Bought all kinds of stuff. That's how intimate our relationship is. All of those things, and I packed them in Indianapolis and drove straight with all the rest of my luggage straight to the airport in Columbus, Ohio, because I was flying to Nigeria. And I had to leave my kid in good hands, knowing that he will be okay coming home, that he would be brought home in one piece, that that person that was bringing him home is not somebody that I would have to worry about with my little son coming. It does take a village to put all these things together, and we have been that for each other, family, the whole time. I don't even want to count how many years, but that's why we're talking to you, and we'll be right back.
The American Dads podcast is brought to you by Central Point Pharmacy, where your health is our total focus. Also brought to you by the Cartridge family. We'll never let your ink run dry.